Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel, and thanks for logging on. If you enjoy these videos, do me a favor and subscribe to our YouTube channel right here at Watchbox Reviews. I would really appreciate it, and I promise to update daily. If you love this watch, you can see it and you can purchase it on our website, thewatchbox.com. And today we are discussing a blast from the not-too-distant past, although would you believe it's been almost 20 years since this Girard-Perregaux Vintage 1999 chronograph bowed, and the timepiece on my wrist looks current with a timeless proportion and set of details that will look just as fine 20 years hence. So it's a modern watch that will go the distance, and to a large extent already has. An easy watch to wear, 47mm lug-to-lug. It's not as oppressive as some of these large GP form watches can be. Across the case it's 30mm, which means it's a broad form style watch, but it's not a thick form style watch, only 12.7mm thick. That's roughly Rolex Submariner territory, so you can absolutely wear this stepped side watch against a cuff, even a tight dress shirt. The spacing between the lugs is surprisingly broad, 21mm. GP was ahead of the curve in stancing its watches with a broad lug spacing. The strap is highly integrated, and as you can see, it does help to arc around the wrist. It conforms to the flank of the case, so there's no daylight showing. It's a highly integrated look, all of a piece. The strap is thick, generously bolstered. It matches the swell of the lugs with a light, large rectangular scale, brown alligator leather on the top, and you can see sheer sides that show the layers of construction, calfskin on the underside. It is a GP factory strap in new condition with a discreet rose gold pin buckle. The case all of high polish and delightfully so. You can see it is a cambered case that wraps around the wrist a little bit like a banana, so the fit is superb. Think Richard Mille. You can see that there are guidrons or strakes running laterally across the watch in tension with the sweep of the case band and the bezel, and on the crown side you can see they're not quite in the same plane. This is a Dubois de Praz vertical clutch chronograph module on top of a Girard-Perregaux 3000 base. GP calls it the caliber 3080. And you'll also note that the pushers are a vintage style lozenge form. Strong thrusting triangular lugs give this watch a visual force you might not expect on something so resolutely vintage inspired. Now let's get a little bit closer, give ourselves a bit more light, and appreciate the details of the dial. First, you can see that the dial itself is cambered and arced. So too is the crystal, which is not just arced from top to bottom, but it's also arced from side to side. This is not a cheap piece to spec. GP spent money here. The dial is somewhere between cream and silver with a matte finish and all applique rose gold numerals. As you can see, they are of high polish and they match the faceted and polished Dauphine style rose gold hands at center. Sunken sub-registers, and as you can see, dramatically sunken. They're actually cut into the center dial, which, like the crystal, arcs from side to side, not just top to bottom. As you can see, the cut is deep at the center but shallow at the edge on both sides. A handsome symmetry and an unconventional depth effect. Railroad style, minutes and seconds inboard. You can also read chronograph seconds from center. The watch featuring 30 chronograph minutes and center seconds with a few splashes of red, well chosen. And the timepiece featuring a shaded hash mark track outboard for reading fractions of a second. Minimally printed, Girard-Perregaux automatic Swiss made. I like. Turn it over. Solid gold caseback. Vintage 1999, individually numbered. Underneath that automatic winding, GP 3080. 38 joules. Automatic winding, 36-hour power reserve, 28,800 vibration per hour beat rate. It does feature stop seconds or hacking, a vertical clutch for smooth engagement of the chronograph, all of that 30 meters water resistant. This is as good as vintage inspired chronographs get. It's a modern finished, modern material, modern durable timepiece that has all the grace of the 1945 pieces that inspired this model line, and this is an extension of the vintage 1945 family established in 1994. I consider this 1999 to be a high water mark of the line aesthetically, mechanically, and ergonomically. You can see and find out why on the Watchbox.